Hey yo, um, how's it going? um, Something interesting I wanted to bring up today, which surprisingly doesn't have anything to do with rivals, Pokemon, or magic. It's actually about some drama that's been happening in the World of Warcraft side of the internet. Uh, it's a part where my algorithm, knows what I'm doing at each minute of every day. So of course it knows that I'm playing Classic again, just for fun, though, just for fun. So it started recommending WoW creators to me on YouTube, and apparently they've just had a bunch of stuff spring up. But one of the ones that the drama things that came up had to do with a guy who was getting harassed by an entire guild and was talking about his experiences with it and what he does to quote unquote get them back. And it's well, first I listened to it, and honestly, it was kind of hard to listen to because it's kind of like me back in like elementary school and us talking about like the bullies in the class, like they're just jerks because they're jerks, like they're gonna do mean things because they're mean, type thing, and your friend's gonna be really hurt because they did mean things, and you have to kind of like be gentle with them and explain like, well, yeah, that's because that's who they are and no one likes them and it's okay, don't let them get to you, type thing. But it was, the only people that play WoW now are like 40-year-old dudes. So, on the one hand, of course, the things that these people were doing to the guy was not okay. Absolutely not okay. Especially when it came to the doxing part and AI-ing his girlfriend in certain pictures. Like, some of that stuff is really not okay. No, there's no reason. There's no excuse for doing any of that. But what was kind of something I wish, like, again, I just wish I could tell the guys, like, you're letting them get to you. The thing that apparently kicked this off, and of course this is all by his perspective, so we don't actually know what happened, but what he said is that that they called him a racist. I don't know, I guess out of the blue, and he started slinging things back at them. So then he gets kicked out of the guild, and then the guild just spams this he is a racist everywhere, in the game, in the guild, saying they'll ban people if they're a part of his guilds, and kind of like a hate campaign sort of thing. And again, apparently it came out of nowhere. There was no prior history. Okay, and the sad thing is he took offense. He's like, I have never been racist ever. And okay, dude, sure. Yeah, you've never sinned, but you've never said a naughty word before. I am sure of that. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, so he, says, it's been a back and forth, and then all the stuff they did behind the scenes. They go to the Twitch streamers. Oh, shush. They go to different Twitch streamers and say naughty words to get their videos deleted and their accounts banned and their Discords banned and all this other stuff. Again, it's really stupid stuff, like just going in and swearing and harassing this one guy, which they continually do for a long time apparently. Anyway, it's borderline childish, not okay, but just like not really big deal. But the but the poor dude is just taking it so seriously, and he's like, why, how could all these people who I thought were my friends be so mean? How did I, how could this be? It's like, brother, please don't tell me you're that old but don't understand how bullies work. Like, and these are low tier, low class bullies. They're just saying a mean word. They're just calling you things that aren't true. It's so shocking that someone still is struggling with this in their 40s. You know, as anyone who has been bullied like this in any capacity, whether that was when you were a kid or online or anything, like, these people exist. I don't know if that's just a concept that you need to understand, where there are people that want to see others hurt, whether they admit it to themselves or not. They don't want to see the good in things, and they don't want things to get better. They enjoy tearing things down. They enjoy the chaos. Some of them just like to be edgy, to think they're cool. A lot of people just like to follow along. A lot of people like, hey, most of my friends are here, so I'm just going to do what they do so I can continue having these friends. It's sad. It's really sad, but it is something that you kind of just have to come to terms with when you live in this world. And you don't combat people like that by saying no and wagging your finger in their faces. No, you shouldn't do that. That's bad. We're supposed to be a good community. Like, no. No. That's not how that works. You're making it easier for them to flame you. You're giving them the power to upset you more. Like, that's just, you're just handing it over to them when you do that. And like I said, it's pitiful. It sucks that there are people like that, but what you're doing isn't going to help in any way, really. Well, to be fair, the video itself is pretty funny, and now people know about them, because apparently in their Discord, even though they were calling him a racist, they were saying some racist stuff. Wow, what a shocker that terrible people say other people are doing terrible things that they themselves are doing. Who would have guessed? Who would have known? But again, it's just, maybe this person just hasn't had the world experience that I'm assuming most of us do. You know, I've had bullies, you know, where just they bullied me because I'm me. All right, well, that's their prerogative, you know. I've had bullies that bullied my friends, and those were the only ones I really stood up to. And I didn't care if they made fun of me after that, you know, because it's like, whatever. And of course, if the ones that name call you, and they're always in a herd, and all they do is shame you, or whatever, it's not fun by any means. I'm not saying this is a good thing, but it's very minimal. It's when the bullies start getting physical with you, when they start making threats, serious threats to you. It's when the bullies are actually like your best friends, and they collude behind your back, and they convince people you love that you're dead. You know, when people start getting way too serious, when the bullies are way too deep in your life, and sometimes like these bullies turn out to be like sisters, brothers, parents, you know, like I said, best friends. That's when it's real bad. Okay, that's when things, you need to halt, you need to stop, you need to figure it out. But this is so minor, so dumb. Don't be in a guild with people like that. Don't care what people like that say. You know, forgive me, like, okay, maybe those people in that guild, they have their own problems, obviously. And this is how they choose to deal with said problems. They make it everyone else's. They're sad people. They really are. And the point is to just say, wow, you guys suck. And then you just leave. You don't give them attention. You don't tell them what bothers you. You don't give them attention. And if they try to follow you, just leave. Go somewhere else. Unless you do have the charisma or the time, I suppose, that you can get them back. Play their own game, you know. If you want to divulge yourself, you can roll in the mud with the pigs. If that's what you really want to do. I wouldn't suggest it, though, because like I said, it's time. Um, I don't, if I don't value someone, I don't value my time with them. They don't deserve it. And it's just so much easier. I'm a very lazy person, so the less I need to do, the better. Um, it was nice to see, though. I watched some other people's reactions to his video, and it was nice to see, like, I didn't want to be a mean person, but seriously, this guy, like, he was acting just as childish as these bullies are. Not by the extent, even though he technically did threaten them and not quote unquote dox them, but he also found out like their personal information. So, and then he acts like he's innocent. So it's like, dude, you're not the innocent one here. None of you are. Like, everyone's the asshole in this situation. Now, they are the worst assholes, to be fair, but this guy, he's got things to learn. So, yeah, I just wanted to kind of, I guess, just make a comment. Like, if you want to get deep with this, you can try to understand why these people act this way. Why are they all following someone called Poppy Putin and saying the most dumb stuff ever? Oh, they say the N-word a lot. Wow. Whoa, so shocking. Oh my God. And then saying, we shouldn't have this in our community. They shouldn't be allowed to say these things. They should be shut down. Okay. I mean, I'm not sitting here championing them, saying, yeah, they totally should and everyone should be racist or anything. I'm not saying that. But going in there and crying about what they're saying in a private Discord, I don't know. Like I said, I thought people would be more grown up. But I suppose it's kind of self-reflecting. It's self-exposing. I don't know the right word to say. But so, like, some people might take what I say as, oh, so you totally side with the bullies, then you think bullying is okay. You think being a racist is okay because you're trying to understand the racist. You're saying that what they're doing is reasonable. It's like, no. You can understand why someone murders another person, but that doesn't make you a murderer. And that doesn't mean you agree with it, you know? Like, why would people be upset at him for just being retaliating because they said he's racist? Like, is that really why they're bullying you this much? I mean, a good portion of it is because you react to it. Like, you are the gold mine for them, for sure. The more you react to it, the better it is for them. That's like half of it right there. But okay, maybe you did say something to aggravate them before that made them get on your case. Because I don't know, part of me just really thinks it's not from nothing. It's hard to believe that it came out of nowhere. That's really hard for me to believe. So my brain instantly tries to go into detective mode. And so they are on classic WoW, so the old school version of WoW. They are on a PvP server where it's encouraged to be competitive, what Blizzard says, but more or less it's encouraged to fight other people and declare your dominance via fighting other people. So it makes sense that if you want to be a group of haters, to be on a PvP server on WoW, like, that makes sense. But why do they hate people? Well, some of the conversations that the creator posted when he infiltrated their Discord, apparently they were saying all the words, the hard R's and the T's and the I don't know whatever. But it seems like they had a dissent towards the new player base or the current player base, or I don't know how you want to put it, but more or less like the more liberal left-leaning version, the less rougher, the less edgier, the more cuddles and rainbows and hugs and smiles and sunshines and let's all kumbaya together that WoW has become. And they're against people like that. They're not happy with acceptance. They're not happy with different people in their game. So they will happily lash out against people who are like that or who defend things like that. And because it is different, I agree. Obviously, World of Warcraft was built in a different age, with different, I don't know, reasonings. They didn't build World of Warcraft to appeal to everybody. They didn't do that. They made it so like anyone could play. Like, we'll do the Ratatouille thing. Not everyone can cook, but a good cook can come from anywhere type deal. So they want the game to be easy to, like, for everyone to play it, but not to cater to everyone. To cater to people who like RPGs, who like warfare, who like fantasy, who like battle and conflict. That's who they originally appealed it to. And now, WoW, even though technically Classic is still the old game, WoW nowadays, or what people call WoW retail, is very much catered to the, you must accept everybody for everything, and we accept everybody for anything, and you can't be any kind of argumentative or any kind of different, you can't have differing opinions to what everyone else says. And like, so obviously, you can't be racist, you can't be transphobic, you can't be any of this stuff. And while it's hard for me to, how could I disagree, right? Who would disagree? Of course you shouldn't be racist. Of course you shouldn't go against people for their sexual orientation or whatever you want to call it. But the thing outside of it is the fact that people start saying, well, anything could be taken as a phobic thing. Right. Like maybe someone didn't get accepted to a guild, and they could say, is it because I'm black? And it's like, dude, I didn't even know you were black. But someone could say they were, and then label this whole guild as racist, and now the whole guild is automatically racist because they didn't accept a black player. I don't know. It's gotten out of hand is kind of what I'm trying to say, and it's unfortunate. So while I do not agree with the guild, I do understand their grievances that WoW has changed, that they have to conform to this way of thinking, this way of quote unquote playing that they don't like to. And you should know my answer is I could go tell them to suck it. The game's not like that anymore, and most games aren't like that anymore. They're not going to accept you saying whatever you want to fucking say. Games just aren't like that, man. That's not how the world is right now. Because I'd be fine if we all lived in a in a Battlefield, Call of Duty, Halo Reach voice lobby from the good old days. I want you to keep hitting monarchs. I want you to say all the dumbest shit that you ever want to say. Go for it, please. If you are a racist and want to proudly proclaim that you are, great, awesome. I'm going to mute you, I'm going to block you, and I'm not going to play with you intendedly. You can keep saying it to the cows come home, or whatever you call your wife. You just keep going for that. That's fine, bro. Say what you want. I'm totally down with free speech, and for me to know exactly who you are. Love it. But that's just not how things are. Everyone has to be protected in some manner, because we can't protect ourselves, so to say. So now we have to force the racists to be quiet, so they have to hide their racism in discords and then just, gang up on someone else, and that's how they get out their frustration. It's a mess, guys. It's a mess. So, again, while I don't agree, I think they're all children. I think this whole thing is childish. I don't agree that people should harass others and bully others. That there's really no reason for it. It's stupid. Now, I don't agree that there should be a reason that people can't say the dumb shit things that they want to say, but I do understand why it is frowned upon, why it's bannable. I do understand that. So it's a suck it up buttercup type of thing. But I don't agree with people going into other discords and trying to poo-poo and shame things that are it's just terrible opinions. Okay. Now, if he went in there and there was like CP or something going on, like actually legal stuff, different. Totally different. But this is just words, dude. These are just morons. Let them be stupid. Let them be dumb. Let them say the dumb shit that they want to say. And honestly, just ignore it. Sorry if I've been getting loud. I'm so used to having to talk over the car. And now I'm trying to be a bit more quiet. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on the random drama that came to me as soon as I started playing Classic WoW, because of course. And I hope that if anyone, if you're having troubles with bullying, ask yourself what's getting to you and why. A good question is, do you really care what those people say? Do those people really matter to you? And I mean, if it is someone who does matter to you, like a family member or a close friend, that's important. That's something you should probably sit down and have a talk about or think about, try to get help with. I have been there, man. I understand. It's not fun, it's not okay, and it is traumatizing. But if they're just dumbasses on a Discord server, dumbasses on a game, just ignore them. Let them say the dumb shit they want to say, because you know what? You ain't listening to it. It's not worth your time. Not worth your energy. If they want to start a faction war where no one shows up on the other side and declare themselves victors, if they want to fully immobilize 20 people mobilizing one guy for an hour straight and declare that they are just so awesome for doing those things, you know what? Just let them do it, man. Yeah, bro, you guys are so cool. Oh my God. You started a war and no one showed up and you're like, bro, we're so good. Oh my God. Just yeah, don't encourage them, obviously, but just laugh. They're clowns. Just laugh. It's sad to see such people in misery, but they're not going to listen to you. They're not going to listen to me. They're not going to listen to anybody. Because honestly, deep down, they just want to be miserable. They just want to spread their misery. You listen to Alfred. Some people just want to watch the world burn. And that is those people. Now, I hope that nothing more comes of this, obviously, even though like they used to know his address, but now they don't anymore. Yeah, that's not cool. Doxing's not okay. And if it's something serious like that, then obviously you should start looking at self-protection, legal protection, and all that other stuff. But yeah. Anyway, hopefully I didn't talk too loud. I'm really trying to get this microphone to work so you guys don't have to listen to the car noise every time you watch me. Yeah, feel free to let me know what you guys think. I hope my message actually got through. You understand what I'm trying to say. What has happened shouldn't have happened, but it's not like he is 100% a victim, okay? And hopefully he does learn and other people learn from stuff like this. Like, those people aren't worth the time. Don't give them that time. But yeah, stay cool out there, gents, and I'll talk to you another time.